two ways of dealing with debt. You pay it back in hard money or you pay it back in soft money. You pay it back in hard money and you have a problem. You have a depression. So throughout history, whenever that was done, pay it back in hard money. Eventually, that was abandoned and you print money. That was what 71 was. That was what March 1933 was. And so I think that what you have to think about is the value of money. How much money does one have in debt instruments? And do you want to own that as an asset? I think they're bad assets. And so, and then how do you diversify? And the system also has to deal with what is money? What is money? Is the dollar going to remain the same sort of reserve currency? And then you see the development of alternative monies. We're seeing a variety. I think different types of money will compete with each other in the environment we're in. Some, maybe it's crypto, maybe it's gold, maybe it's other things. Maybe the digital renminbi competes with the US dollar. We're going to come into an environment because everybody thinks that think about how much money is being stored in debt instruments, those debt assets. Think about how poor those returns are. So that kind of a shift, I think, is very important.
Can the dollar stay the world's reserve currency when we are running, when inflation is at this high current level and likely to remain this way for some time?
So all currencies have a lot of debt. And so when you look at one relative to the other, there will be a lot of printing. I mean, currency equals debt. And when you hold a currency, you're holding a debt instrument. And so all of those will decline in value relative to other things. Now, will the dollar decline more than other currencies? It's almost certain that we're going to come into this environment. We're in this environment in which there's a shifting of those currencies. So you're going to see more of China's renminbi being used. You're seeing India have a direct link with Russia on the currency. So we're in an important change in the currency. But how that is a store of wealth is a different question. So a currency is a medium of exchange and a storehold of wealth. And its storehold of wealth is now a problem, particularly for the dollar, but it's also a problem for other countries. So that's why you have inflation. As money goes into other things and the cost of borrowing is so low relative to the inflation rate, then it encourages the borrowing of money and the sale of money. In other words, not holding financial assets like that. So that's, yes, I think you're changing the nature of what money is and what the dollar is as a storehold of wealth.
On a scale of 1 to 10, and this is the only way I think I can maybe ask this one, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you about inflation right now?
Oh, I don't know, like an 8 to 10 or something like that. We're beginning a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift is a shift from a mindset, one mindset, and positioning of that mindset to another mindset and another positioning of that.